Today's guests have an amazing testimony, and they're here to share about their parenting journey, okay? And what it's like to raise two very different kids. Now, I know you grandparents and parents can't relate to that, right? All your kids are wonderful and perfect, and they fall in line, they never ask you a question, and yeah, you're lying, that's right. Okay. We're gonna walk through real life with some real people. Welcome to here, Dusty and Kendra Dean.
Hey.
How are you both?
Doing fantastic.
Thanks for
Okay,
letting us
tell us a
be
little
here.
about yourselves first before we get into the wonderful children. How long you been married? What do you do?
Well, we're about to celebrate 20 years of marriage in August.
Let's
Yay!
We pastor a church together, and God has given us two amazing daughters, a 13-year-old and a 9-year-old.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 7th grade and 3rd grade.
When did you start realizing that these two are like they're not exactly the same?
Well,
right?
when we got pregnant with Jaden, we did all the stuff. We did the birthing classes, we did the parenting classes, we did the Growing Kids God's Way. Like, we did all kinds of stuff. We did mentoring. We had a parent mentor with us that would help us. And Jaden was like textbook.
We were killing it.
Oh, yeah.
We
That's how I
You were
felt.
awesome
Exactly.
parents.
We're like,
showing the
yeah,
way.
teamwork, go.
At 8 weeks, they're supposed to sleep 8 hours on the dot. Like, not a problem.
She was
And it had to do all with your parenting. It was wonderful.
exactly.
Right.
We were winning. We were like, this is amazing. And she really
So let's have
was.
another one.
Yeah, let's do this. And so Brooklyn came along, and we just thought, yeah, we pulled out the journals that we kept from Jaden those first few
It's
years,
gonna work,
and had the
right?
notebooks, like, because we're those people.
Yep,
we
right.
researched, and we were ready. And I mean, I felt like I just had to throw the textbook away because Brooklyn was very different. She beats to her own drum. She has her own schedule, and she
Even
will
as
not
an-
be ignored.
Even as an infant, you know,
Yeah.
you see their person. I can look back and see her personality, her very strong personality. And both our kids are strong. We've raised them to have strong
Yeah.
spirits and strong personalities. But Brooklyn was different. It was, her cry was different. The way we disciplined her, it was not working the same way. And very
When
quickly,
you told her to go to the room, she wanted to have a conversation, right? Well,
She
why?
did. Why do I have to go to my room?
Why don't you go to your room? Like, why are you?
Yeah, what are
right?
you gonna do while I'm in my room? I mean, these are the things that she would ask. And what is Jaden doing while I'm in my room? So, yeah.
yeah, it kind of got to the point where, like, with Jaden, all I had to do was look at her a certain way when she was in trouble.
Sure.
And tears and just, Dad, I don't want to disappoint. Dad, I want to do right. I would look at Brooklyn a certain way, and she would look at me back that
Right,
certain
exactly.
way.
You got a problem?
Yeah, exactly. And it's like,
And
child
we
is
say
defiant.
we say this lovingly,
Absolutely.
but how would you describe Brooklyn to people? She's the child that will just smile to your face,
She's a charmer, man.
but when you're not looking, she might slit your throat. So you better pay attention to what's going on, you
Right.
know, and really communicate with her.
Now, okay, so what you're experiencing is a lot of parents experience. They get that child who follows directions and is good. If you get that one first, you're totally a mess. It's really better, to get the internally motivated one first
Yeah,
and learn
yeah.
that you're not that wonderful, and let the second one make you believe you're wonderful.
Right.
But how did that feel as a parent to struggle through? This is before you had this information. What were some of the struggles, like, in your own mind, like what you would believe or think about this child who seems like
Right.
she is, well, free spirit's probably the best way we can communicate,
Well,
right?
I mean, honestly, I would call my parents and say, "Did I do this as a child?
You were
Was
the
this?
good girl.
Did I do that? Did I do?" And then I would talk to his mom and say, "Did Dusty do these things?" Like, I'm trying to find any pattern. We talk to our parenting mentors and try to get ideas from them, but it felt really frustrating.
It
and just
does.
reading, and then I'd go to the birth order book, and then I'd start reading about that,
And
just
she was
trying
the
to figure it
second
all
one,
out.
so that didn't work.
Didn't
Right.
work. And
And for me, I would say that, like, it's almost like it became a willpower,
Yeah.
fight. And so I was determined to win the battle against her,
Right.
which just caused the battle to rage more in her.
Well, what it is because when you're internally motivated, they are gifted with unlimited persistence.
Oh,
And it's a
yes.
supernatural gift
Yes.
because they are called to win wars.
Yes.
So when God calls someone to win a war, he gives them the ability to fight
Yeah. Well, little example.
and to keep going. Yeah, go ahead.
As a toddler, so for us, you know, I set a day aside for Jaden. We're going into the grocery store. And anytime
did you ask
cry,
her if that was an okay idea before you did that?
well, this was for Jaden.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
Jaden's go with
Yeah,
the
okay,
flow.
right.
And so I was like, this is the day where I'm teaching my child, you don't add things to the buggy, you don't complain, and you don't get a toy every time we go to the grocery
Right.
store, and you don't run away.
We all have those moments.
Yeah. And so that, like, and anytime you pitch a fit, we're going back to the car and we're gonna sit in the car. Then when you get your self-control, we're gonna go back into the store. I did that twice with Jaden. Got it. The day came to teach Brooklyn this concept. I went back to that car at least 8 times with Brooklyn.
That
And
was
she
for
would
you.
just sit in the car, and I was like, why is this so hard? Why
not
won't she
working. It's
understand
not
this
the same.
principle? You know? And so we don't need a reward every time we go to the store kind of thing.
Right. Well, and how old are we? How old are we here?
Yeah, she
4,
was, I would say
5,
she
8?
was about 3 or 4.
Yeah. Right. So this is exactly why we did the product, okay? Parenting the Child That Challenges You and the other one. Because it's something I saw with my clients. I'm like, people are just wired differently. And if I don't accept how they're wired, I can't work with them. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I think this applies to parenting.
Well, I actually asked you a few months ago, this is before you shared this information with me. I was like, I don't know what to do. Do you know any children counselors? Can you tell me what to do? Because I just felt like I was constantly dragging Brooklyn. But then I felt I didn't want to crush her spirit either.
Right.
And
you
that's
don't.
so important.
You don't want to label them as stubborn.
No.
You don't want to label them as bad. You don't want to label them as rebellious, right?
Well, because Jaden didn't have problems in school. She didn't ever get in trouble. But Brooklyn,
Well, those
you know,
teachers, they just don't
she's
get
very
it.
expressive with her
They don't
thoughts
get it. The
and
teachers have their own ideas about things to go.
And I would say that one of the traits that I saw positively in Brooklyn was how much she loved people.
Oh,
you know,
yes, she loves
she
people.
just, she's never met a person that she genuinely isn't interested in and doesn't care about. And Jaden will give you the cold shoulder every now and then, you know, and I don't mean that in a negative way, but Brooklyn just, it was really in this fierce desire to love people. It came so strong that even some people were, you know, a little bit pushed back. And so when school came, she didn't want to learn. She wanted to have friends.
Yeah.
Right.
She said, I'm going to make best friends today. Not friends.
So sweet.
Best friends.
Tell her what they used to say
Now,
about
this is
her.
your externally motivated child. This
This is her internally, Brooklyn.
Oh, Brooklyn,
This is our internally. Our internally, they used to call her the Walmart greeter of the nursery.
There you go.
Because she would greet the children first when they came into the class, and she would take them to a toy and introduce them to other kids. I mean, it's like
You
what
would
you
see
said,
this
they're
really
leaders.
good, you would see this good heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you'd see this ability to bring people together
Yes.
and have them follow them. And they would genuinely serve other people.
Absolutely.
And you go, wow, this is amazing. But that package also comes with some challenges.
For more content and resources to help in your healing journey with Christ, make sure to follow Dr. Doug Weiss on Facebook and Instagram. If you'd like to share full episodes of this show with friends and family, subscribe to Healing Time Ministries on YouTube, and feel free to leave us a comment on any of Dr. Doug's social media platforms. Our team would love to hear your feedback and learn how Healing Time is impacting your life, your church, and your ministry.